A very good morning. In the last video, I explained the different terms used in linear part programming, such as feasible solution, basic feasible solution, constraint, optimal solution, alternative solution, etc. I hope that you have understood all these terms used in linear part programming. Now, in this video, we are going to learn the linear part programming steps for formulating the linear programming, formulation of linear part programming. Now, linear part programming. Here there are three terms are there: linear, program, and programming. Linear part programming means a model which is used means here the methodological steps or the procedure that is to be used for getting the results, which is used for optimum allocation of scarce or limited resources. Means the resources whatever used for the productions are limited for competing the products or the activities under the assumptions. Means whatever the productions you are going to manufacture or do, or whatever the activities you are taken into consideration with certain assumptions as certainty, linearity, fixed technology, and constant profit per unit or minimum cost per unit is a linear programming and is one of the most versatile, powerful, and useful technique for making the managerial decision how to make the optimum way the resources. Linear programming is the method of obtaining optimal solution or the program, for example, product mix in a production problem or manufacturing of the different products in a different batches over a period of time or deciding the as per the schedule to have optimum utilization of the resources. Next, the term linear implies the condition of proportionality and additivity, making the optimum use in proportionate with available resources to get the production. Program is referred as the source of action covering a simple period of time. For example, planning period means a certain period is there, means 8 hours, 10 hours or 15 hours or per month, like that. For that one we have to achieve certain goods or certain things are to be decided, whether that production per day or production per machine, etc. That is nothing but a program related to the time or for the period. Program is the optimal when maximum or minimize some measures or the criterion of effectiveness such as profit, scales or the cost. That the program should be done in such a way that it should be some objective oriented, that is of only two objectives are there from the industry point of view in this operation research technique, that is maximization of the profit, maximization of the sale or minimization of the time or minimization of the cost. Programming refers to a systematic procedure by which a particular program or the plan of action is designed. Programming consisting of a series of instruction and computational rule for solving the problem that can be worked out manually. Means the problem can be solved manually as well as through the softwares like Tora, Lingo, Dingo can be used. Once the data is fed, we can get the result, that is optimal solution. Next, the steps for formulating the linear programming. Once the text format, the data is given, then how to write this data into a mathematical equation form. After that, we have to use the different methods to find out the values for the decision variable or for the result. Now here the first step is identify the unknown decision variables to be determined and assign the symbols to them. The symbols means here the variables like production number of parts are to be produced. It's having the process time is given or its cost is given. Then which parts are to be processed on which machine. Then how much quantity to be produced so that the profit is maximized. So likewise here the part is production of component, means here the variable is production of the part or the component. So that is the meaning of the identification of decision variable and assign it certain alphabet like x1, x2, x3 as per the number of products are there. Product P is x1, product Q is x2, product R is x3, etc. identification of the objective or aim and represent it as a linear function of the decision variable. The objective function here in the operation research, only two types are there from the industry point of view, that is the maximization and minimization that I told earlier. Then they identify all the constraints and the restrictions in the problem and express them as a linear function and equalities of the decision variables. Means the machine constraints are given, say availability of the machine 5000 hours or 5000 minutes, or that man is available for 8 hours or 25 days, or some products machine capacities expressed in terms of the quantity to be produced, or in terms of its precisionness to be with respect to its precisionness, etc. The based upon that that operation researcher has to write its, or the decision maker has to write the constant equation related to the resources used. And lastly is non-negativity condition, that is whatever the resources are, they are physically available and its availability should be greater than 0. So that's lastly we have to write the non-negativity condition. Now how to use these steps? For once the text matter is given to you, then that part is called as the formulating of the linear part programming. Now you'll see the problems, how to formulate the problem, linear part programming. Now this is the problem, that is problem is given. A company makes two products, say P and Q, using two machines A and B. Means the part PQ are process machine A and machine B. Each of P requires 50 minutes processing time on machine A and 30 minutes on machine B. Means product P is processed on machine A and machine B with time 50 minutes and 30 minutes respectively. Similarly, product Q is to be processed on machine A 24 minutes and on machine B 33 minutes. Machine availability of the machine is given 40 hours and for machine B is given 35 hours, and the profit of selling per unit of product P and Q is given rupees 25 and rupees 30 respectively. Now here we have to find out maximum how many quantities of P to be produced, manufactured, and how many quantity are Q to be manufactured, so as to have a maximum production or maximize the profit. Now here the decision is to be given related to the production of component, that is P and Q. So first step is defining the decision variable. Let us x1 be the number of parts of product P, x2 will be the number of units for part Q. Next is objective function as per the steps, formulation of the step. Now here the profit is given straight away, that is the single 25 rupees profit for per unit for product P, and for product Q is rupees 30. So here we can write the objective function 25 x1 and 30 x2. Since the objective function is to maximize the profit, so I have written here Z maximize. Now here these two products P and Q are process machine A and machine B, and its availability is given 40 hours and 35 hours, but the process time is given in minutes. So I will convert these 40 hours and 35 hours in minutes, and processing of P and Q on machine A and machine B, I am going to write its constraint with respect to the availability of the machine A and machine B. Let us see. Identify the constraint machine A. Now here 50 minutes to be processed on machine A, and for Q 24 minutes on machine A. So 50 x1 and 24 x2, and its available is given 40 hours. So I have converted into minutes because 50 and 24 are minutes. So 40 into 60, 2400 minutes. Similarly for the machine B, product P is processed on machine B with 30 minutes, and product Q process on machine B is 33 minutes. So 30 x1 plus 33 x2 less than is equal to 35 into 60, so that is 2100. And lastly, non-integrity condition means the products, whatever the products are manufactured, these are physically existence, as well as the machine is also physically existence, and their availability is greater than 0. So here non-integrity conditions or the constants are greater than is equal to 0. Therefore x1 x2 greater than equal to 0. I hope that you understood this. Now we'll go for the second example. We are going to see the another example for the linear part formulation of linear part programming. Suppose that an industry is manufacturing two different types of product P1 and P2. The profit per kg of two products rupees 30 and 40 for product P1 and P2 is given respectively, and processing of these two products P1 and P2 on machine M1, M2 and M3 is given in the following table. Product P1 on machine 1, 2, 3 as 3, 3 and 5 respectively, while product P on machine 1, 2, 3 that is 2, 5, 6 respectively, and the availability of these machine M1, M2, M3 are 600, 800 and 1100 respectively. Now here we have to find out the production of P1 and P2 to maximize the profit. So here the decision variable is related to the production of P1 and P2. Let x1 be the amount of or the quantity of product P1 and x2 will be the quantity of product P2. Now the straightaway the profit is given per kg for product P1 and P2. So I will write here the objective function Zmax is equal to 30x1 plus 40x2. That is 30x1, 30 for P1 and 40 for P2. X1 for the P1 and x2 for P2. So therefore objective function Zmax is equal to 30x1 plus 40x2. Now the constants are given for the availability of this machine per day. So for the first machine the constant is 3x1 plus 2x2, 3x1 plus 2x2 less than is equal to 600. That equality is less than type because not more than 600 the machine is available. Similarly for machine 2, 3x1 plus 5x2 less than is equal to 800. Similarly for machine 3, 5x1 plus 6x2 less than is equal to 1100. That is 5x1 plus 6x2 less than is equal to 1100. And lastly non-integrity condition x1 x2 greater than equal to 0. We will go for the next example. A company owner has two flour mills A and B which have different production capacities for high, medium and low quality flour. Means here the two flour mills are there and their manufacturing production capacities in different variety like high, medium and low quality. The company has entered a contract to supply flour to a firm every month with at least 8, 12 for 24 quintals of medium, high and low quality respectively. Its cost of the company rupees 2000 and 1500 per day to run the mill A and B respectively. On a day, mill A produces 6 to 4 quintals of high, medium and low quality of flour, while mill B produces 2, 4, 12 quintals of high, medium, low quality of flour respectively. Means here two mills are there and they producing three different qualities of flour like high, medium and low. And the demand is 8, 12, 24 quintals of high, medium and low respectively. How many days per month should each mill operated in order to meet the contract order most economically? Now here the decision variable is related to the manufacturing or producing of flour from mill A and mill B. Let x1 and x2 are the mills A and B. Their objective function is to minimize the cost of the machine run to satisfy the contract order. Here the cost of running is given rupees 2000 and 1500 per day to produce this quantity. Okay. Now, and to meet the customer demand or to meet this satisfy the customer demand, so here the objective function is minimum. At least minimum they have to produce, so that our objective function is Z minimum. Now the cost is given for A and cost is given for B, that is A and B respectively. So that I will write here 2000 x1 plus 1500 x2 subjected to the constraint. Now subjected to the constraint that producing the different quality of flour, that is high, medium and low quality, from mill A and mill B respectively in different proportionate. Therefore, for high quality the demand at least is 8 quintal, for medium demand is 12, and for low demand is 24. So from mill A and mill B if you combine, that is mill A high is 6 quintal and for mill B is 2 quintal. So here is 6 into x1 plus 2 into x2 and greater than equal to 8, means at least we have to produce to meet the demand. More than it is okay, but it should not be less than 8. So see the word at least, in previous two example at least word is not there, so that's why the equality is of less than type. Now here the equality is greater than type. Second equation, that is for A is 2x1 and from B 4x2 and their demand not less than 12. So 2x1 plus 4x2 greater than equal to 12. Now for the low quality demand is 24. From mill A is 4x1 plus for B is 12x2 greater than is equal to 24. So these constraints are related with the quantity of a type of flour produced at high, medium and low from combination of mill A and B to satisfy the demand, minimum demand 8, 12, 4, 24 respectively. Now here non-negative conditions is x1 and x2 greater than or equal to 0. Now we'll go for the next example. A company purchasing scrap material has two types of scrap material available. First type has 30% of material X, 20% of material Y and 50% material of Z. The second type has 40% of X, 10% of Y and 30% of Z. Means the two scraps are there in different proportionate to be purchased. The cost of the two scraps are 120 rupees and 160 rupees respectively. Type A and type B. The company requires at least 240 kg of X, 100 kg of Y and 290 kg of Z. Find optimum quantities of two scrap to be purchased so that the company requirement of three materials are satisfied in minimum cost. Since the minimum cost is given, so what is the objective function is minimization. Now let us, the decision variable is x1 and x2 denoting the amount of scrap material to be purchased. Here the objective function is minimize purchasing, to minimize the purchasing cost. So the objective function is 120 x1, that is cost is given 120 x1 plus 160 x2. Now one material is there X, second material is there in type A proportionate is given and type B proportionate is given. In type A proportionate is X is 30% while in B is 40%. In proportionate of Y in A is 20%, proportionate of Y 10% in B, while 50% of Z in A and 30% of Z in B. Now we have to, similar to the earlier problem, we have to write these two constraints, that is percentage given, that is 0.3 x1 plus 0.4 x2 of B, and here the word minimum quantity has to be purchased so that the cost will be the minimum, so that the equality is greater than type, that is how much quantity that should be buy of X is at least 240. So you see that here the word is here at least, so that's the equality is greater than 240. Second, 0.2 x1 plus 0.10 x2 greater than is equal to 100, and last 0.5 x1 0.3 x2 related to Z greater than equal to 290, that is 290 kg of Z. This is the constant for X, this is the constant for Y, this is the constant for Z, and non-negativity condition is x1 greater than equal to 0 and x2 greater than equal to 0.